Not to mention a bunch of junk, space junk. Chunks of dead satellites, used rockets, or tiny metal pieces that can pose a big threat to the working satellites that bring us internet access, phone access, navigation. Scientists estimate that there are more than 7,000 tons of trash orbiting the Earth. And this year, the United Kingdom's Surrey Space Centre is launching a mission to test ways to clean up space. A giant net could be used to catch satellites instead of butterflies. A harpoon could help a space trash collection system spear chunks of junk. And what scientists call a drag sail could be attached to future satellites and act like a giant parachute that would slow them down once they're done working and cause them to move toward Earth faster and then burn up sooner in its atmosphere. The mission, which is funded by the European Commission, costs a little less than $16 million, and it would use cubes to test these junk removal tools.
The people on this planet generate over 1 billion metric tons of waste each year. But did you know that we've created loads of junk in space? The Earth is surrounded by a growing cloud of orbiting garbage that, according to NASA, contains at least 20,000 objects larger than a softball, 500,000 bigger than a marble, and millions of pieces of debris that are simply too small to track. The trash comes from explosions, spacecraft collisions, and expendable rocket stages. And as our space environment is getting more congested and complicated, it's also getting cluttered with all kinds of garbage. The problem is that these pieces of trash are traveling at speeds up to 18,000 miles per hour, which is almost 10 times faster than a bullet. Even a paint fleck at that speed becomes a missile. The International Space Station even had to replace windows when debris paint flecks caused damage to them. It's not uncommon that ISS has to adjust its orbit to dodge some space junk. Because this trash poses a threat to our properties in space, the Department of Defense catalogs and tracks those items that are bigger than a softball. They're currently building what they call a space fence, which is a radar-based space surveillance system that will allow the Air Force to better track space debris and artificial satellites.